Hey, it's Minnie and welcome to my channel, Colors of Lily. I want to share with you this quick and simple scarf. This is a great beginner's project if you are looking for a beginner scarf. It's super simple. We only have two main stitches that we are doing, along with adding the fringe to the project. This is a great scarf if you are a beginner. Now this scarf is over 6 feet long with the fringes. However, you may make the scarf and not attach the fringes. For this project, I will be using the Yarnspirations Crayon Simply Soft yarn, and this is the color Pistachio, and it's a 100% acrylic yarn. This is 6 ounces, and I will use the entire skein of yarn. I'm using a size I9 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a weaving needle. I always look for the end of the yarn that has the little piece of yarn kind of sticking out. That makes it the easiest, so you don't have to go in trying to dig to find the place to start. So I pull this yarn out to start my project. We're going to make a loop to get started with this project. So to make a loop, you take the long piece of yarn that we just pulled out of the skein. You take the long piece and you fold it over the short piece. So fold the yarn, and that creates a circle. So now you take the long piece of yarn, push it through the back of that loop you just created, and pull it through. Use the short piece of yarn to tighten the loop. And this is going to be our beginning loop. Now take your hook, place it in the loop you just created, and tighten. And to tighten, you want to pull the long piece of yarn. And now we are going to make our chain. And to make your chain, you can use increments of 5 chains plus 2. So if you want the same size scarf that I created, you will chain 25 and then add 2, which will be a chain of 27. If you want a smaller scarf, then you will cut it down in increments of 5. But just remember to add the 2 to the end. To start your chain of 27, we're going to bring the yarn over the crochet hook, pull the yarn through the loop. That's 1 chain, yarn over, pull through. That's 2 chains, yarn over, pull through. That's 3 chains. And I always like to hold the end of the short piece of yarn with my middle finger and thumb to kind of just give me some stability when I'm creating my chain. So now I'm going to yarn over, pull through. That's the 4th chain. And you see a kind of uniform look, and that comes with practicing. Yarn over, pull through. That's 5. Now, because my fingers getting a little stretched out, I move my middle finger and thumb up and hold the chain at that chain 5 space. So now I'm going to yarn over again and pull through. Yarn over, pull through. That's 7. Yarn over, pull through. That's 8, 9, 10. I'm going to move my thumb and middle finger up, and I am going to continue. "22, 23, 24, 25. Now we're going to add the 2 additional chains. So that'll be 26 and then 27. Again, if you want a longer or wider scarf, then you will chain more chains in increments of 5 and add your 2. The first 3 chains will be considered our first double crochet. So we're going to do a single crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. To do a single crochet, you insert your hook inside the 4th chain, and I always like to go into the top of the loop, and that creates uniformity as well. So I go into the top loop of the 4th chain, insert the crochet hook, yarn over, just simply bring the yarn over the hook, pull the yarn through that loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook. You will yarn over and pull the yarn through both loops. That creates a single crochet. In the top of the next chain, we will add a double crochet. To do a double crochet, you yarn over the crochet hook before you insert it into the top loop. Insert your crochet hook in the top loop, yarn over, pull the yarn through, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull that yarn through the first 2 loops. You will leave 2 remaining loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the 2 remaining loops. And that is your double crochet. So we have a single crochet kind of slanted going up to meet that double crochet. And that's the beginning of the griddle pattern. So now we're going to do a single crochet in the next top of the next chain. Insert your crochet hook, pull the yarn through, yarn over, and pull through. In the top of the next chain, we will add a double crochet. We are going to yarn over, insert the hook into the top loop, pull the yarn through, and we'll have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. That leaves 2 remaining loops. Now we want to yarn over, pull the yarn through the 2 remaining loops. And this is going to be our pattern. So we're going to do a single crochet, double crochet, single crochet all the way to the end. We're going to follow that pattern. So next, single crochet, now that we are at the last double crochet, we need to finish with a single crochet. So now we are going to insert our crochet hook in with a single crochet. And now we need to chain 3. We'll just do what we did at the beginning of the project. Yarn over and pull through. 1, yarn over, pull through. 2, yarn over, pull through. 3, and then we want to turn our work. And to turn, simply pull your project over to the other side. And that's the pattern we are looking for. And the chain 3 is considered the first double crochet. So now we are going to add a single crochet on top of that final double crochet. And you can see it's the double crochet because that loop, that top loop, is a lot larger than the one next to it. And you can see all the double crochet and the single crochet because the double crochet is always a little bigger. So now we are going to do a single crochet inside that top stitch. And then we are going to do another double crochet inside the top of the single crochet. And we're going to continue the pattern. Single crochet, double crochet until we get to the end of the row. And now we're going to do a single crochet in the top chain 3 space. So I like to turn the chain over and look for the opening. And if you see, an opening is right there. So I like to just go in that opening, and it may be a little tight, but you can get through there. So chain over, pull the yarn through, and do your final single crochet on that row. You always want to do the chain 3 and then flip your work and start all over. And this is going to be our pattern for the entire scarf. Okay, so once you get to the end of your project, you're going to finish up that last double crochet and the last single crochet. To finish off the project, yarn over, pull the yarn through, snip your end, and pull the yarn all the way through. And I like to do an extra knot right at the base so that I know my project won't unravel. And that finishes off the project. Like I said before, I used an entire skein of yarn for my project. So now we are going to weave in the end, and we are going to add the fringes to our project. To weave in the ends, I use my weaving needle. And I guide the yarn through just to hide it. And I get under some of the loops that I made previously just to hide the end. And then I pull through. Use my scissors to snip the end. And that's that. And I'll do the same thing to the other end when I get to it. So now for the fringes. So I'm going to use this paperback book. This is Romeo and Julio. And of course it's an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. And it's a young adult. It's by Sharon Draper, just in case you're interested. So I'm going to take my yarn, the end of my yarn, place my thumb right on the spine of the book. I'm going to place the end of the yarn right on the spine of the book with my thumb, and I am going to wrap the yarn around the book. Once I finish wrapping the book, I am going to cut from the side where the pages are, because sometimes it's a little easier to get the scissors onto this side to me. So I go in with my scissors and just clip. Try my best not to damage the book, because I am not a book damager. Okay, so we have all of our fringes cut. We are going to pull out 5 at the time. And I like to use a little larger crochet hook, and this one is a K, size K crochet hook. It's slightly bigger than the one that I use, and that's so we can pull up all of the yarn with the one crochet hook. So I pull 5 fringes, fold them in half. I insert my crochet hook. And I don't go right into this beginning chain space. I go right into the first loop. And I am going to pull the fringes through that first stitch. Pull it up enough to pull with my fingers. I push the end fringes through the hole that I just created. And I pull tightly. Okay, so that's our first fringe. Now I'm going to skip one. And I'm going into the next one. Now I'm going to pull them through. Pull tight. Let me know what you think about the tutorial down in the comment section. If you like this project and want more beginner projects, let me know. Also, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so very much. Bye-bye.